Imagine living your whole life behind walls, thinking they kept you safe. But what if those walls were hiding the greatest lie in history? In this cruel world, countless enemies of mankind lived outside the walls. Humanity could only shrink back within the 3 concentric walls of their kingdom. People lived like livestock, stripped of freedom. Over time, they gradually adapted to this suffocating life. Yet, wherever there was oppression, there was always resistance. The Survey Corps embodied that resistance. Draped in cloaks with the wings of freedom, they shouted, "Dedicate your hearts," as they ventured beyond the walls, sacrificing their lives to uncover the mysteries. But in truth, only a few were willing to shed blood for humanity's cause. Most soldiers within the walls spent their days idly, which deeply frustrated Eren. He questioned these soldiers, demanding how they could protect the people if the walls were ever breached. The soldiers dismissed his concerns, insisting the walls had stood for 100 years and that war was impossible. As Hannes once said, the moment soldiers were truly needed would also be the worst moment of all. But unlike livestock, Eren refused to live trapped in this cage for his entire life. At that moment, the town's bells rang, signaling the Survey Corps' return. Excited, Eren grabbed Mikasa's hand and ran to greet the heroes he admired. However, the reality had struck them. Squad leader Erwin returned with a grim expression, unable to meet Eren's expectant gaze. Behind him marched a group of broken, despairing survivors. The mighty force that had set out returned with only a handful of soldiers. Among the crowd, a mother desperately searched for her son. She asked Commander Sadie's about him, but the only thing returned was an arm salvaged from Titan's maw. The atmosphere turned unbearably heavy as grief consumed the scene. Trembling, the old woman asked whether her son's death had been meaningful, hoping that even without great achievements, his sacrifice had at least contributed to humanity's fight. But instead of sympathy, the Survey Corps was met with doubt and ridicule. People whispered that their blood and lives had been wasted, exchanged only for corpses. The civilians mocked them further, saying the Corps was merely feeding Titans with the taxes of the people. Enraged, Eren grabbed a wooden stick, ready to smash their skulls. Seeing this, Mikasa dragged him into an alley and slammed him against the wall, urging him to recognize the cruel reality. Not every sacrifice brought results. Out of concern, Mikasa dreaded the idea of Eren joining the Survey Corps. But Eren's longing for freedom had already taken root, and the wheels of fate began to turn.